College in Singapore. Dr. Wee's own story as a first-generation student illustrates the life-changing impact of education. He pursued advanced degrees in business administration in the United States, a testament to his belief in the power of education to open doors. Beyond academia, Dr. Wee actively participates in community service, serving on several boards and engaging in initiatives that underscore his dedication to community well-being. Leadership style characterized by curiosity, collaboration, and generosity has left a lasting mark in both educational institutions and the broader community. We welcome Dr. Wee.
That out. So my father basically said, okay, what do I have to do? And he's kind of smart, even though he didn't have much education. So when he left one family, he had bamboo. And halfway, he threw the bamboo away so that when he got to the other family, there was no bamboo. So both sides are happy. After I finished the military service, my mom, in fact, before I finished military service, she came to me and sat down with me and she said, "Where are you going to school?" Listen to that question very carefully. Where are you going to school? The question was not, are you going to school? Did you see the difference? I didn't have a choice. And she had no idea what that meant. But she knew that her sons, both of them, I only have me and my younger brother, they must go to school because they understood the power of education. And so I went to school. And they bought me a ticket, and they sent their firstborn to University of Arizona. That was the year 1983, July 4th. So I want you to know that July 4th is a very important day in my life. Independence Day. It's the day when my parents let me go so that I may grow. And I've been here since then. But my family is still there. I still love them. My parents have since passed, but the love of my country has never diminished. So people ask me, where are you from? I said, on any given day, I'm from many places. I have the love of China, I have the love of Singapore, and I have the love of America. And I'm sure many of us, that's how we live. We are not defined by one location. We're not defined by how we look. We're defined by communities. So education has always been very important. I'm first generation, and I have the opportunity to serve Eastern Iowa Community College right now. And I can tell you, every time I see our students, I see me. Many of them, they're like me. And it has been an honor to be able to walk the journey with them and to see them succeed and to know that the journey for many of them is not linear. Very difficult journey. And they kept coming back, and they kept coming back. And that's the story of many of us, the resilience. We never give up. And the only way we can never give up is when we stand with each other. And sometimes, just like my mother, there is no need for word. All they need is to know that somebody is sitting with them. Many people have asked me, how come you keep telling your story? I said, for me to be a citizen of this community, of this country, of this world, my responsibility is to build bridges. And the way to build bridges is to share stories. Each one of us has a story. And when people are willing to listen, we will tell our story. I can guarantee you, I will never get tired of telling my story, because the more people know about me, the more they know about people they have never met. And the more we know about each other, the better we are to sit down, break bread, and be friends. And many of the differences that we have, we can talk about it. And when we're able to do that, we don't have wars.
Amen.
We don't fight. We learn to live with each other, and we learn to embrace each other. We learn to lift each other up. And that's my hope for my generation after, and the next generation, is that we get better. And I'm doing this not for me. I'm doing this because my parents expect me to tell the story. And I'm just simply carrying on their legacy. So, in closing, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for listening to the stories. But don't stop telling the stories. Don't get tired of telling the stories. Because you never know how your story will open the eyes and minds of somebody. And it is a beautiful thing when we learn to accept each other and to have mutual understanding and be able to sit down and eat with each other like we are doing tonight. Thank you for having me.
The National Assembly of Togo, showcasing her versatility and commitment across different professional landscapes. Academically accomplished, she holds a master's degree in management and accounting from the University of Lomé in Togo. Currently, she is furthering her education by pursuing a second bachelor's degree in human resources at Western Illinois University, underscoring her continual pursuit of knowledge and the excellent in her field. Please welcome Amovi Gamon.
My name is Amavi Virginie Gamon. I'm originally from Togo. I am CEO and President of the Togolese Diaspora Group, and also the initiator of the program called What to Know. Back in 2007, my husband and I have decided to come to United States, and we applied for the lottery visa. By the grace of God, in 2010, we came to United States. So here I started working as meat cutter in a company here, and I thank God for this job because it allows me to take care of my family and myself. But besides this, with this job, every day I'm seeing that my body ache very, very bad, especially when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I couldn't even close my fingers. It hurt very bad, and the worst part is many times when I'm going to work and when I'm seeing the smoke, I started like being close to the company and seeing the smoke over the company. I'm like, my heart starts beating very, very fast. And this going on like almost every day, and I'm like, I really need to find a job that will need me to use less my body, or will need me to use my mind instead of using my body. So that's, but though my background back in Togo as a master's degree holder, but still I had the language barrier. So that's when I started taking ESL class here at Blackhawk College. And I really want to thank Blackhawk College for this opportunity, ESL program. So with this program, and Blackhawk offers to an opportunity to learn typing. So I took this program too, and this helped me to have a job as an assistant, as an administrative assistant. So with this job, I don't use my body anymore, thank God. So then I have seen that here in the United States there are many opportunities which I don't have back where I came from. So I decided to pursue my education, which I asked the University of Lomé to send my transcript to the Western Illinois University so I can pursue my education here. So that's how I started taking a second bachelor, a class for second bachelor in Western Illinois University. So before we come here, I heard a lot about this country, United States. But when I came, I have seen that the reality is totally different. So I have seen that I need information, the true information, to succeed in this country. And I have noticed that many of my community members need the true information too. Sometimes you will hear this information here, sometimes this here, and you don't really know which one is the truth. So that's how I started the Togolese diaspora group. I started putting my community together, and I started inviting professionals like lawyers, nurses, and to talk to us. I have seen that many of us here, many years they don't have family doctors. Many here, they think that credit card is like free money, and later they got in trouble. And I'm like, oh, we really need to bring solution to this. So working with the community, I'm saying that this problem is not only for Togolese community, but I have seen that this is for all the communities. Because back where I'm working at, I have volunteered as ergo manager, and I have the opportunity to speak with many people. So I have seen that many other communities have the problem that we have too. So I have a really passion to help everybody, not only my community, but to serve other communities too. So that's where I started the program called What to Know. What to Know is a program that is held on YouTube, on Global Diaspora TV. And this program is to educate, to raise awareness, and to inform immigrants and refugees so they can well integrate the community. So I'm so glad to hear testimony from the community about the good this program is doing for them. So one of my dreams is also to become U.S. citizen, because I've seen that being a U.S. citizen, it has a great benefit. So back in 2015, I applied, and by the grace of God, 2016, I became U.S. citizen. And today, I'm so thankful to God. Today, I'm so thankful to God to be here, because when I take a glance of where I came from, and here I'm saying, like, you go everywhere, you will see we are hiring, or you have many opportunities, like, you gotta find a job to do. So I'm so glad back where I come from is not the same thing. Many people, they are looking for a job to do. They can find job. So I'm really thank God to be here, and thank God to be U.S. citizen. And I want to encourage everybody, every immigrant that is here, the opportunity to be here. It's a very good thing, but it's gonna be very better if you can. I want to encourage you to be U.S. citizen. It will allow you to to petition for your family, so you can give them that great opportunity too. And then being a U.S. citizen, it has great benefits. So you can travel all around the world, and having a U.S. passport is a powerful passport in the whole world. So I'm very thankful to God to be here, and very thankful for QCAIR for offering this program to help citizens, to help people to have this citizenship, because I have seen my community, many people are spending much money to have citizenship, and I'm referring many of them to QCAIR so they can get help and have their citizenship for almost free. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
For social justice, especially in championing DACA and immigrant reforms. Her leadership extended during the COVID-19 crisis, where she addressed the Hispanic community's needs by securing funding for essential services and founding the first Hispanic food pantry in Davenport. Through her nursing career, Gloria continues to focus on health education and resource provision for the Hispanic community, leveraging media outlets like KLA Radio to enhance her outreach. Her story reflects a powerful narrative of overcoming adversity through education, advocacy, and community engagement. Please help me welcome Gloria.
Hello, good evening. Thank you for being here today. I would like to share a little bit of my story. I know sometimes when you think of immigration and people that will cross the border, it's very difficult to imagine what makes you live your hometown, your country, the people that you know, your culture, your family. And people don't realize how difficult it can be and the struggles that each member in the family has to face when you are faced with this decision. And in my story, I had a very, very nice childhood, very happy. I loved my grandparents. We had a big family, had a lot of wonderful cousins, and I enjoyed every part of it. The traditions, my grandparents, Christmas, everything. When I was 9, first of all, my dad is a doctor in Mexico, and my mom was an elementary teacher in Mexico. So I was very familiar with education, the importance of education since I was a child. My dad used to volunteer a lot in rural communities, especially in the mountains, what we call La Sierra in Mexico. That place to me was very awakening because during the summer we used to go with my dad, and he will focus on giving basic services to the people that work in the farm, the people that didn't have a hospital, that they waited months to be able to see a doctor. And my dad was the only doctor that would travel 6 hours in a car, then would take a horse 4 hours to get to a small town in the middle of nowhere. And he will bring his medicines and he will bring everything. And the moment we knew, that people knew that he was there, it was 8 at night or 10 at night, and he will make sure that everybody used to be seen. So that's the kind of parents that I had in Mexico. One night, I remember coming down from La Sierra. School was gonna start the week right after we got home. My dad stayed there because it was a harvest season. And in the harvest season, we had a lot of kids and a lot of family that used to work in the harvest, and we had a lot of snakes and a lot of scorpion bites. They didn't have any hospitals. So he will go there with antidote for those type of poisons, and he will provide that service for the people, the farmers that couldn't travel 6 or couldn't make it 6 hours once they get poisoned or bitten by a snake or a scorpion. So my dad used to get ready for that. That day, we ran out of that antidote, and he asked me to come down to the city and be able to send what he needed to get ready for that. I remember getting home, and it was in the night, and I had my brother who was 2 years younger than me. So I was around 8, he was around 6. When we made it home, a group of people, policemen, cover up, they just had the police uniform. They went inside the house, they cornered my mom, my little brother in the house. And they said, "Where is your husband?" They told my mom. My mom was so afraid. She got into the corner, she called my little brother, put me behind her, and she was like, "He's not here, I don't know where he's at." They look around the house, they search everywhere in the house, couldn't find my dad, they walk out. I remember my mom freaking out. She took me and my brother, we went to my grandparents' house, and I did not see my dad for the next 3 weeks. I was 8 years old. Didn't know what was going on. Never asked till that moment. My dad came back 2 weeks later. He sat down with me and he goes, "We have to cross the border." And I thought, what does that mean, crossing the border? 8 years old, I thought maybe a vacation, maybe going to another state. I had no idea what that meant. He goes, "We only have money to take your brother. He's the youngest one. We can't leave him here. But you understand, you need to finish your grades." I was in 3rd grade. "And you need to finish school. We'll come, we'll get you, we'll take you to where we are. You're gonna go with grandma now. Get your stuff ready." I flew in the middle of the night. They took me to my grandparents and they left. Weeks passed. I didn't know anything about what the border, what that meant, where they were at. I didn't know that. I got a phone call from them saying, "We made it. We made it. You have to wait. We're trying to see how we can bring us here to California." I never knew what California was. To me, it was like, okay, what does that mean? So 6 months passed. I was able to come here to the United States. To me, it was very rough because I love my grandparents. I love my family. I love my way of living in Mexico. Coming here to California, coming here to the United States, learning a new language was very different, was not me. I remember asking my dad, why was he not working in a hospital? I remember my mom asking, "Why are you not teaching?" And they never spoke anything of it. They were like, "You're here, you have to learn the language, you have to do your best in school, you have so many opportunities here, you need to work hard," and that's it. As I grew older, I wanted to follow my dad's footsteps. A doctor, I learned to appreciate everything as I grew older about what he was doing in Mexico. All the stuff and all the things that he did. Going to high school, I was taking AP classes. I was determined to be in medical school. Never ever did my parents spoke about my immigration status in the United States. My dad will always tell me, keep working hard. Get your grades up. Don't focus on anything else but school. When I hit my senior year, I was accepted to Wake Forest University in North Carolina. I wanted to go to medical school. Excellent grades, everything. When it got to the point of putting my application, they asked for a social security number. I remember going home, taking the application to my dad, and saying, I got in, Dad. I made it. All my hard work paid off. I need my social security number so I can apply for a scholarship so I can go to the medical school. He sat down with me. He goes, you do not have a social security number. I remember asking, what does that mean? I don't have a social security number. Didn't I made it here? Didn't I made it to California? He sat down with me for the first time in years, and he told me the reason we left Mexico was because of what I was doing in Mexico. I got very involved with the community. I knew the drug cartels were taking advantage of those people, forcing them to plant marijuana. They were keeping them secret. I saw the corruption in the police. He was a writer in a newsletter called Despertar del Sur, which is called Awakening on the South. He started reporting what he was seeing, all the corruption in the police, the force that they were doing these people, these farmers. They were taking advantage of those people's needs to control them. And he was very spoken about it. That's why the police went to our house. That's why they were looking for him. They wanted to kill him. When he went back, he tried to report that. He wanted to get he wanted to come here to the United States the right way. He went, he put up his case, and they told him, well, in order for you, you have to prove that that is the right